This team is going to take on the identity of this city, all right? And this city's been down, and it found a way to get up, all right? It's found a way to overcome adversity, all right? And so this team's going to be built on, we're going to kick you in the teeth, all right? And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right? And we're going to stand up, and then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down, all right? And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap, and we're going to get up, and then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
Man, what's up, everybody? What's going on? It is I, the Gridiron Blitz, man. I got some bad news. We fell under 30,000 subscribers today, so it's kind of a sad day, man. Yeah, it happens. When you stream games, it happens, man. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I am on early today because my son has school testing. So I've got to get up super early, and to do that, I got to go to bed, which means I didn't work, which means I am here. So let's get to this, man. Pre-draft Spike Kool-Aid. Shout out to Wolfie, the furry wolf pack. Nick is in the building. D. Reese, Vash, Starwin. What's going on, guys? Subs will skyrocket. Oh yeah, I'll be fine, Vash. I'll be fine. I gained 13,000. excuse me, last football season, and lost 300 since the Super Bowl. It is what it is, man. It comes and goes. That's just the way it is. I'm used to it. But it's weird not seeing that number. Oh yeah, man. I hit it. I hit it, but it just happens. I'm not. Maybe I should have started off with something else because y'all think I'm actually sad about it. I'm not sad about it. I am tired though. That's what you hear in the voice. But I hope everybody is having a great day. We're gonna be on for about an hour or so. Got to get this pre-draft Spike Kool-Aid out the way. You know how I do it. Chop up content. Make it into what it is for the weekend. This initially started as a Saturday thing and turned into a Friday, Saturday thing if nothing pops off tomorrow. And I was debating on whether or not I want to do a chop up for Friday, Saturday, or do I want to do a regular video. But I decided that we'll just play it by ear. So I'll do one, and then we'll go from there. But I hope everybody is doing well. I had a fantastic week. And it's been a big week, man, for our Detroit Lions. It really has. But if you haven't seen, Brad Holmes got in front of the media today, which I believe will be his last time before the NFL draft. Vash says, I was just listening to MicroMike. Yes, I knew he was on. I said I had to decided to wait till he got off. No need to do the same thing at the same time. Miss Johnson says, hey, Grid, I watched the commercials. You're welcome. I appreciate that. I didn't even realize commercials were in this thing. Justin May, what's going on? What's going on, man? I heard Deebo demand a trade. Yes, Volcano, what's happening, man? So, these shows will be over here, but I wanted to tell y'all that the NFL draft will be on this channel next week. 7 days from right now, we will know who the Detroit Lions have picked at number 2. And speaking of who the Detroit Lions will pick at number 2, Drewzy's in the building. What's up? What's up? According to Justin Rogers, well, let me go back. Dan Campbell spoke to the media, but that one wasn't broadcast. But Brad Holmes spoke to the media as well. That one was on YouTube, a 30-minute broadcast. And they were basically picking his brain one last time before the NFL draft. Because next week is going to be so busy, I don't think they're going to have time for it, him or coach. And what they're saying is that, now this, I didn't hear this in the broadcast. But according to Justin Rogers, who works for the Detroit Free Press, says Lions GM Brad Holmes says that trade talks have cooled with the number 2 pick. Now, that's ironic because I just made a trade scenario video today about the Detroit Lions trading up. And it gave 3 different scenarios, the number 2 pick, the number 32 pick and the number 34 pick. So, according to Justin, this is what Brad had to say. He said, actually, there hasn't been a whole lot of conversation since the last time we spoke down at the annual meetings. Now, that was earlier this month, I believe, or it was sometime in March. I actually had a few dialogues before then, but not a whole lot. I do say that I think heading into this week and the early portion of next week, I do think there's a possibility for some more chatter and some more dialogue could increase. But right now, there hasn't been a whole lot. What do you guys think about that? Vash says he can't wait for the draft. What's up, Sergey? What's going on, man? Sean says, please no trade-ups. We need more picks, not less. I agree. Which is why I don't understand this Deebo Samuel thing, but we'll get into that later. Because I saw another article that I want to talk about. Comes through Bleacher Report. Deshaun Jackson says he might retire. Not really sure he'll play this season, but is open to Chiefs, Packers, Browns, or Broncos. Well, and also came through a couple hours ago that Kyler Murray is not going to demand a trade. The coach plays is in the building, bro. Appreciate it, man. Enjoy the game over there, my friend. In the mix, what's up, man? Says, yo, you ready? I am not. Lions fan from Ireland says, one day our time will come. Nick says, there won't be a trade into the draft. What's up, Derek, says Patty. Yeah, I'm kind of like conflicted on this because I think he could be telling the truth, but I think, he could be smoke screening as well because it's going to be a lot of that this week. He continues to say, well, anything can happen at any day. I will say that. But it's not just narrowing it down to your top 2. You better have your top 5. You better have your top 10 in place because you just don't know what's going to happen each day. We do have it narrowed down, and we feel confident where we're at with how we have it pared down. We'll just let the process unfold. And it's funny that he said that nobody has been really looking to trade in the past week. Nick says, had to stop by. I appreciate it, bro. Alien Source says, Deebo Samuel is an upgrade in talent, in my opinion. Brad Holmes and the Lions should always be looking to upgrade. All right. I just talked about Deebo Samuel yesterday, and I don't really want to make a video about it this weekend, but this thing won't go away. The Lions should not trade for Deebo Samuel. I disagree with that they should trade for him. We don't need to trade for Deebo Samuel. If we trade for Deebo Samuel, after finding out that the San Francisco 49ers won a king ransom, who is our number one receiver? Patty says, I'm going to a Diamondbacks game on Sunday. Well, congratulations, man. If the Lions trade for Deebo Samuel, and maybe this is a good conversation, because if the Lions trade for Deebo Samuel, who is our number one target? Now, Brad Holmes was asked about him today, specifically about Deebo Samuel, and he said if a guy's available, we're always looking at him. We're always looking at guys when they become available. Even if they're not available, we're looking at them. But I don't believe that they're trading for Deebo Samuel. Brad Holmes, his job is at the cusp of, it's at the tippy top of, this is a big draft for him. He has to nail this because Trinity Benson was an absolute failure. As of April the 21st, 2002, Trinity Benson was an absolute failure. If we trade for Deebo Samuel, according to the King's ransom that San Francisco is going to want, what are we going to give up? Don't forget that last year we had 5 picks from the Matt Patricia regime. One of those picks went to a conditional pick for Everson Griffin. Nick says it's the same conversation we had with DK. Nick, I agree, but I think DK was more plausible and possible than Deebo Samuel. I don't think that it's a real thing. But it was something that Brad Holmes said today that I'm gonna say this because this is the last time I'll be live before the draft. I do not believe that the Detroit Lions are going to draft Kayvon Thibodeau. I am going to stick my boots in the ground. What is the Spurs that the Cowboys wear? I do not believe that the Detroit Lions are going to draft Kayvon Thibodeau. Because in today's press conference, Brad Holmes said something that really kind of caught my eye. And I said, well, everything now that anyone says is 100% smokescreen. What's up, Juan? 100% smokescreen, right? So can you take what they say to heart? Maybe, maybe not. But he said something about the person's character and the love that they have for the game. I wish I would have bookmarked it because y'all could have heard it. So I honestly believe that Kayvon Thibodeau fits the criteria of the guy he was explaining or describing he does not want to draft. Nick says, why will we give up draft capital for any player who might not resign? That's 100% facts. Because Deebo Samuel and DK Metcalf were both taken in the same draft, and they are on the last year of their rookie deal. They are both unrestricted free agents next year, and they would both need to have extensions in place before the trade even happened with the new team, if it was me. The Aiden Davis says, I picked Kayvon at 2 in my Lions draft. Well, that's what's up. I know a lot of people have picked Kayvon Thibodeau. But I don't believe that the Detroit Lions are going to draft Kayvon Thibodeau. But we will find out next week. How many hours in a week? 172, 176, something like that. We will know in that amount of time. Patty says we are not one player away. I agree. I'd rather draft Pickens or Burks. Well, I tell you what, we ain't one player away, but you know a place I would hate to see Deebo Samuel? The Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers. You know how much of a nightmare he would be as a Green Bay Packer? He would be an absolute nightmare. I wish I would have bookmarked this because I really want to bring what he said in. Because like I said, I just don't believe that we are taking Kayvon Thibodeau at all. But what do you guys think? Who do you think we're going to take at number 2? A lot of options. Druzy says the Niners ain't got nothing else. They best pay the man. Well, Drew, that's the thing. He doesn't want to be a quote-unquote gadget player. He wants to be a wide receiver because if you think about it, he's playing 2 positions. So he's getting hit probably twice as much. Nick says Green Bay and KC both could over 2 first-round picks for Deebo. Yeah. Yep, and I think that we should be very afraid. I really do. The one thing, and we've seen what Deebo can do in the cold, so I don't think he loses a step in Green Bay at all. But this could all be nothing, and he could just stay where he is. 100%. But it's so many different possibilities. The quarterback that we have, Jared Goff, who a lot of people just can't stand. Alien says, I think if Hutchinson is there, you take him. I agree. I believe that, and I'm going to try to find it again, that what Brad Holmes said, you have to believe that he's not taking Kayvon Thibodeau. Josh Johnson, what's up, man? Jackson, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm tired. Deebo wants to get paid like a receiver. Yeah, he ain't about to get paid like a receiver. Because what has he done? What has he done? He had one breakout year, and that was last year. But he hasn't really played like a solid receiver. Deebo and Brady, says Robert. Aiden says, then at 66, Marcus Jones, who is the best athlete in the class. How at 34? Okay. You letting it all be known. I see you, big dog. I see you, man. But just think about how much our team is gonna change this time next week. We will have had our first pick, and we will finally be able to put to rest all of this speculation. We will finally be able to tuck it to bed, take it out, and we'll know who we're taking. And that person that I think that we're not taking is Kayvon Thibodeau. But as far as Deebo Samuel, man, I don't think that he is going to be a Detroit Lion, and I think that this is nonsense. Just like I think our furthest involvement was saying that we were interested. But my question is, how did that get out? How did it get out that we're interested, that we're one of the teams? You're right about Deebo. Brad Holmes won't pull the trigger, but you have to admit he's a talent. Oh, that's facts. And wherever he go, he's probably going to be useful. But does he belong here, Alien Source? That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't think he does. But, that's the beauty about everyone. We can have our own opinions, and that's how that goes. And we'll we'll know how this thing is going to play out. But I wanted to talk about, we keep talking about this stuff, man, over and over and over. And I think it's important because these players can be drafted. Brad Holmes said today that he wants a playmaker at 2. And he literally threw every position possible out. He threw quarterback. He threw wide receiver. He just wants a playmaker. He said it doesn't have to be quarterback. It doesn't have to be defensive end, like everybody thinks that we're going to take. Druzy says, I seen he liked the Cowboys post, but I still feel San Fran keeps him. Well, Drew, here's what I believe, bro. As far as Deebo Samuel, there's no way, in my humble opinion, that the San Francisco 49ers will trade him to the NFC. You have, I would say, I don't know, 40, 50. Man, just trying to figure out where Ed in the stream. Kayvon is definitely in our top 3, 4 on the board. I believe that, Josh, but not top 1, 2. I don't believe he is. Aiden says, do you give up 2 for Deebo? What, number 2 for Deebo? Let me clarify that's what you mean, bro. Because you'll get the first one of the night. It's all love. Number 2. No. I don't think it's any circumstance that we get Deebo Samuel. I don't think it's any package that we're going to put together to get Deebo Samuel. Because, listen, we thought we had 9 picks. We have 8. Trinity Benson was not drafted for last year, which means that he has to show up, right? Who would you take, Gridiron, if Hutchinson is gone? Oh, boy. Well, that's a really good question. Hutch is gone. I want to trade back, but that's not up to me. Who am I taking at number 2? Oh boy. I really gotta look, man. Because the guy that I might want to take, I know y'all not gonna like. That's a really good question, bro. Who I don't take is Sauce Gardner. Who I don't take is Trayvon Walker. Who I don't take is Kyle Hamilton. Who do I take? Man, I can't believe I'm about to say this. At number 2. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to look at the chat until I decide. That's tough, bro. I think that the Detroit Lions are going to take Kayvon if Hutch is gone. That's what I think. Even though I just said I don't think they'll take him, that was based on Hutchinson being there. Oh, Lord have mercy. If Aiden Hutchinson is gone, who do I take? Let me just say this. I'm glad I'm not in their position. That's what I'll say. I think they take Kayvon. I think they take Kayvon Thibodeau. Who do I take? Where's the Jeopardy music, man? I need that. Honestly, I try to trade back because I don't want none of these guys at 2. I don't want none of these guys at 2. That's a tough one, man. I got to marinate on that one. So I'll answer that before I get off. How many times have you been asked the same question, Grid? Plan B, what do you mean, man? What's up, John? Josh says, I'll take Hutch, Kayvon, Sauce, or Hamilton. All at 2? If the Detroit Lions take Sauce Gardner at number 2, everybody in the Motor City should collectively throw something out of a window. And I'm telling you, if you take a cornerback at number 2, you have no room for error. I think if you take anybody at number 2, the margin for error is very, very small. If you take Sauce Gardner at number 2, are you kidding? Do y'all remember a certain cornerback we took at number 3 in 2020? Yeah, I know he played zone, but I just can't do it. I would rather take Jermaine Johnson at number 2 than Sauce Gardner. What's the problem with Kayvon? What's up, Andrew? What's up, MSU? Kayvon Thibodeau. I think it's too many question marks. His love for the game, his desire. I honestly, to tell you the absolute truth, came out last week. Dan Campbell doesn't really, what was the quote? Not really feeling or something like that, Kayvon Thibodeau. I believe that 100%. You remember that there was a rumor that came out after Jeff Okudah was drafted. Tell me, Lions fans, if you remember this and what do you think? After Jeff Okudah was drafted, the rumor came out that Matt Patricia wanted Derek Brown and that the gingerbread man, Bob Quinn, wanted Jeff Okudah. Do you believe that that was true? Nick says Kayvon will have 12 sacks this year. He better, Nick. Aiden better have 12 as well. He better come in and get 10 sacks. Either one of these guys. Aaron says, whatever happened to Kerryon Johnson after the Eagles cut him? Well, for a second, was it the 49ers he played for? Was it the 49ers? Aaron, I don't think he's in the league right now. Plan B says, meaning how many times can we discuss the same hypothetical questions involving the draft picks and who you take? As many times as we need, Plan B. Alien Source says we need pass rush, though. That's facts. And that's why. No, he said after. He said after the Eagles cut him. After the Eagles cut him. Not after the Lions cut him. After the Eagles cut him. Don't forget, Kerryon Johnson was cut before the start of the season by the Philadelphia Eagles. And I want to say the San Francisco 49ers picked him up. I don't think he saw the field. I don't think he saw the field. Now, y'all see how hard that was. Nick says, I think we trade down and take Drake London or Gardner. Yeah, but you got to have a trade down partner. If you're a team in the National Football League, who are you trading? Who are you that's going to trade with the Lions? Oh, he on the couch playing Call of Duty. Nick, that's where he's at. That's where he's at, and that's 100%. Okay, MSU says he got cut by Philly. He got picked up by San Fran until October. Then he was cut. Then Philly picked him back up and then cut him again in January. Well, his life is terrible. I didn't even know those last two, bro. Appreciate that. But literally, he's on the couch playing. Kerryon Johnson is the perfect example of if you take a guy who doesn't love football. Because I think that he's over it. I really do. Congratulations to him. He's a father, got a baby girl, and looks to be enjoying that. But as far as the football field is concerned, I think and you know what's funny, man? This funny to me. If you've been rocking with me for the past 3 years, I have been saying that Kerryon Johnson, I know he's not in line anymore, but I have been saying that Kerryon Johnson was on his way out the league. And we drafted him in 2018. 18-19, we got rid of him. And he played 18-19-20, right? And we got rid of him heading into 2021. I was right. I was also right about Everson Griffin. I was right about Danny Amendola. Man. Aiden says, do you move down to Seattle? Okay, do you move down to 9 with Seattle, or do you trade with the Giants and take their 5th and 7th? Well, Seattle got to throw something in there, Aiden. I mean, obviously, I take the Giants. Because if you want it, you can get anybody you want outside of the top 4, obviously. You can get 2 playmaker game changers at 5 and 7. The Giants really want one of the top tackles. Well, here's the thing about that, though. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Because, honestly, this will probably be the last time we do any type of hypothetical as far as live before the draft. You said if you're any other team and you want to tackle, at number 3, if the Texans take Evan Neal, then the Giants could get, Ekwonu? Is that how you say that? So the only way they would move up is if they wanted Evan. He'd be stocking shelves at the Piggly Wiggly. Kerryon don't look motivated at all. Never did. Kerryon has such a great future, if not injury prone. His knees definitely said it's a no-go. Yeah, he got a big workload at Auburn, man, and that was my fear. And if you look at DeAndre Swift stats, he had half as many carries, I think. But DeAndre Swift, man, this his year. This is year 100%. So here's what I'll say. This is what I think is going to happen if somebody trades. And then, you know what I love about draft day, man? None of us know what's going to happen. They don't even know what's going to happen. They know who they want, but they don't know what's truly going to happen. So here's what I believe is going to happen, and I've been saying it forever, and I guess this will be one of the last times I'll say it till next Thursday. The Detroit Lions are not going to take Thibodeau over Hutchinson. I'm going to go ahead and put my foot down, and I'm going to live and die by this decision. They're not going to take Kayvon Thibodeau over Aiden Hutchinson, in my humble opinion. If Jacksonville takes Aiden Hutchinson, you already put me on the spot. I think that is when the Detroit Lions are going to want to trade back. But you have a trade back. You have to have a trade back partner. If they don't trade back, I think the Lions are going to take Kayvon Thibodeau. That's what I think. I do not think it's going to be Trayvon Walker. I do not think it's going to be Malik Willis. I do not think it's going to be Sauce Gardner, Derek Stingley, Kyle Hamilton, Drake London, none of those guys. I have been screaming since I've been on this platform that we need an edge rusher. Why do I take an edge rusher over a defensive back? Because an edge rusher is going to make that defensive back's job easier. Now, you could say if you had a Darrelle Revis, then he would lock up the receiver and could create help for the defensive line. I think that's true as well. But I also think that while that takes time to develop, and while that's developing, the defensive end is in this guy's face. So I believe, what's up, Lion CEO? Lion CEO was somebody else, right? You used to be somebody else. What do you think about my Browns? I think they got mad potential with Malik Willis. I'm sorry, Deshaun Watson. We also said, I don't think this will help y'all, but Deshaun Jackson is entertaining going to the Browns if he wants to play again. And Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. is open to going back to the Browns as well. Unless Landry already back and I missed it. Nick says you got to think about what they said. They want a day one starter, playmaker, and positional value doesn't matter. Okay. Now, Nick, that's facts. Okay. So, who on this list do we take? Let's do this. Let's have, because I know D. Reese, he wanted my mock draft. He ain't going to get it. But let's have our own little. Okay, well, your picture looked like somebody else, man. Let's have our own little hypothetical since we always doing somebody else's. So y'all ready? Y'all tell me what y'all would do. Since I love Nick's comment, I'll highlight it. He says, you got to think about what they, being the Detroit Lions upper management, said. They want a day one starter, playmaker, and positional value doesn't matter. Okay? So, let's have a little fun. With the first pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Aiden Hutchinson, edge, Michigan. The Detroit Lions are on the clock. Now what? Aaron says, did you hear about Kyler Murray to Lions? Yes, but Aaron, before you got here, I addressed that Kyler Murray was on Twitter and apparently he squashed any type of trade rumor. Okay, Nick says Hamilton, Gardner, London. Wow. Okay. So we're going to draft a safety, a cornerback, or a wide receiver. That's, woo, Nick. That's, woof. Yeesh. Alien Source says Kayvon Thibodeau. Josh says if Hutch is gone, if Hutch is taken and Kayvon isn't their choice, you got to go Hamilton or Sauce. So y'all just no to Trayvon Walker then, huh? Kayvon or Sauce at 2, they fit the mold there. Well, all right. All right, let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun. Because y'all the draft experts. Watch them take Stingley. Ooh-wee. Oh. Kenneth Walker just cuz. I like that, MSU. Weesh. Y'all playing with fire, man. I think Holmes takes Jordan Davis, Jeremiah Johnson, or Devontae Watt. Lions CEO, you mean Jermaine Johnson? Yeah, I'm messing with y'all, man. Okay, all right. The Lions take. Now, these are the people you're going to pass up. Patty says edge, safety, wide receiver. What wide receiver will you take with the second round pick? Wide receiver, second round pick. I think Christian Watson, if we can get him. All right, so check this out. These are the people you're going to pass up because you said, I can't believe that. I can't believe that, y'all. So now we have 7 draft picks left. Because remember, we don't have the 7th round pick from Trinity Benson. Now, we took, oh my God. So we take Kyle Hamilton 2 or Sauce Gardner. So now, where does he play? Who are our starting cornerbacks? Jeff Okudah, Sauce. Okay. Now, with the 32nd pick, who are you taking? I want to hear what y'all got to say. I want a defensive end, and I will not get off of it. I will not get off of it. Do you know that the Detroit Lions had the bottom of the barrel when it comes to getting to the quarterback? Let me see if I can pull up where they ranked. Detroit Lions sack rank. Sack rank 2021. We had to rank bottom 3. Which is why, to me, in my opinion, a safety or a cornerback, is not going to really change that dynamic. Okay, sacks per game. Trying to see. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at these sacks. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. Let me ask y'all a question, man. Y'all really think that y'all really think Gardner or Kyle Hamilton is going to help this stat? Let me know. Right? Y'all ready? Sacks per game, the Detroit Lions. 1.8. 1.8. That's what we had. In 2020, it was 1.5. You caught that, Vash? Oh, my God. Look at those sacks. 1 point, and we had 1.5 in 2020. We had 1.8 in 2021. Do you know where that ranked? Second to last. The only team, but there were also two other teams tied, Kansas City and Philadelphia. But Kansas City got the offense to do anything they want to. Well, they had the offense. Now they have the draft picks to do anything they want. Underneath us was the Atlanta Falcons. Our last 3 games, we averaged 2.7. Our last game, wait a minute. Did we really get 4 sacks against Aaron Rodgers? I don't think that's right. It could be. Or against the, did we? Did we get 4 sacks against the Green Bay Packers the last game of the season? Home, we averaged 2.1. Away, we averaged 1.4. Nick says, I think we've been bottom 5 since 2017. Alien Source says bottom. No, I'm just, hey, Jason, I'm just stating the facts, bro. But y'all was ahead of us. You just tied with us. So we've ranked, since I've been talking on YouTube, Matt Patricia's entire tenure, last bottom 5 in sacks. And y'all want a secondary player. So we got 4, so we did. We got 4 sacks against the Green Bay Packers. Why? Why do you want a secondary player when obviously we can't get to the quarterback? So my question was, do you think that drafting Kyle Hamilton or Sauce Gardner or Derek Stingley is going to increase that number of sacks? Let me know, because I'm going to say no. Any DB will bust with no pass rush, football 101. Well, I like that rhyme. I'm going to say no. And there's no way. I don't care what Brad Holmes said. So what? He the general manager. So what? He see the team every day. So what? He used to be a scout. I don't care. He know, like we know, we need a pass rush. And I'm going to tell you what. I don't care how good Sauce Gardner is. His margin for error is going to be small because he will be compared to the 3rd overall pick from 2 years ago, Jeff Okudah. Yeah, it wasn't the same regime. Segment says, I don't think anyone I've ever heard of is going to make much difference. Lions need names. That's all facts, bro. We could add a pass rusher in the 2nd round somewhere else. Okay. And I'm guessing y'all want that to be Mafe. Well, so let me ask y'all this. Who is the one player that you want beyond anyone else at number 2, if they're there? If they're there, there's one person ahead of us, and I'm okay with that because we did what we were supposed to do. We went out and we won a game. You played to win the game, and we did that. Jacksonville, who knew Jacksonville was going to whip, was going to beat up on the Indianapolis Colts and keep them out of the playoffs. So, what's the one player you want anybody beyond anybody else? Okay, so Alien Source says Aiden Hutchinson. Nick says, I do want Kayvon, though. So is that your answer, Nick? Based off the quote, I say that you take Kayvon. Nope. Lions fans, who is the player that you want beyond anybody anybody else. Segment, I did not bring up Tyson. All I saw is somebody said he unleashed a flurry of punches at the airport or on the airplane. Matthew Huntley in the building. That's all I saw, man. And I was like, bruh. Night Owl says, Hutch all day if he's gone Jermaine Johnson. Matthew says Matthew Stafford trade both first for him. Man, I bet you that would fly for 90% of Lions fans. I guarantee you. I'm just trying to think of different situations. I do not trust Kayvon Thibodeau at all. I just don't, man. And I think if he doesn't get around you, I don't know. I did see was it the combine? No, it was some type of video from a few years ago where he was going against Evan Neal and he threw him to the ground. I did see that, but that was a long time ago. I know. I like the trade back scenario and get Jermaine Johnson. That's what I want to do. And I'm hoping that next Thursday, if the Jacksonville Jaguars select Aiden Hutchinson, that's what we do. If they don't, if we get a haul for number 2, then I say we got to take it. Because I'm ready to be competitive this year, y'all. I'm tired of waiting. Jay says, can we make a trade? I am a representative of the Miami Dolphins. Let me see where y'all pick. Let me see where y'all pick. You guys pick where? Oh, man. You pick, nope, you don't pick at 15 anymore. You don't have a first-round pick? Miami doesn't have a first-round pick. I looked at it 3 or 4 times. They don't have a first-round pick. What's up, Roman? What's going on? It's your boy. All right, so here are the teams picking in the top 10. Jacksonville Jaguars, Detroit Lions, Houston Texans, New York Jets twice, New York Giants twice, Seahawks, courtesy of Denver, Falcons, and the Carolina Panthers. Stop it. Stop it, Roman. Stop it, bro. Stop it. No. McBurger? No. He already on the team anyway, I think. No. You trying to make me throw something at you, bro. Jay says 3rd round, 4th round, and 7th, but we have players next year. Nah. Do you take the Saints 2 first-rounders for number 2? 16 and 19. You got to give me just a little bit more. You want me to drop back 14 spots, you got to give me something. You got to give me something. Because we'll probably miss Jermaine Johnson. We'll miss Drake London. We'll miss Kyle Hamilton. So you got to give me a little something. You got to give me a little something. I think we discussed the scenario in a couple of videos I did ago. Of that. Of the Saints trading up. It was when they first made the move. But can y'all believe? Now, I don't know about y'all. Greer, what do you think of Kyle Hamilton? I think that Kyle Hamilton was once the 2nd player in the draft. He was supposed to go number 2. And all of a sudden, the brother is maybe out of the top 10. What I think of Kyle Hamilton, I don't want no secondary player in the 1st round. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you. Our secondary was all right. It was all right. It can use some help. Don't get it twisted. Our safeties was terrible. But the cornerbacks, man, they stepped up. when Okuda went down, when Iffy went down. Amani, what, 6 interceptions? I do not want a secondary player in the first round. I would rather take a linebacker in the first round. Here's what I'll tell you. Positions I can do without in the first round. A quarterback, any secondary player, and an offensive lineman. I could go for a defensive end, a linebacker, a safety, and a wide receiver. Jerry Jacobs is a stud. He got hurt, though. So it's how good is he going to come back? I got to go. I'm going to film some more GM. All right, bro. I'm going to definitely check you out, Aiden. The Aiden Davis. I like that. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm straight. But the last time that I'll be live before the draft, let's see. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what. Okay. Y'all tell me what y'all think of this. Now, this is only through 3 rounds, and this needs to be updated because it is not true. Let's go over it one more time. Detroit Lions, they got pick 2, round 1, pick 32, round 1. The next day, they have pick 34, round 2, pick 66, round 3. They got a compensatory pick 31 picks later at 97. Now, here's where it gets a little sticky. We gave up a 4th round pick for Derek Barnes to trade up to get him last year. We gave up this year's 4th. The Detroit Lions do not pick for 80 selections. So we right now will spend all of round 4 waiting for that to pass. We have 177 and 181 and 218. That is our last pick of the night of the draft. We do not have pick 235. That pick is gone. It belongs to the Cleveland Browns. What's up, Ken? I wouldn't be against Daxton Hill at 34. What's up, Indigo? What's going on? Indigo Beauty Guidance 444. Is that the area code? Now, according to Tankathon, here's what they have us taking. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Number 2. Here we go. Oops, not that one. Let's try this again. All right. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. With the second pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Kayvon Thibodeau, edge, Oregon. Let me know what y'all think. Hold on. Do I have? It's on a different sound pad. It needs to be on the same one. Nick says, I think we can trade pick 32 to Seattle for 40 in their 4th rounder. I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to do that, bro. I don't want to do that, Nick. Knowing the Lions, we will grab a top tackle and put him in a guard. No, I don't want neither one of them, Roman. Okay, so Chad says no, and Nick says yes. Patty says Lions need to trade down with 32. I have a sneaky suspicion, man, that 2 things are going to happen. And I know it's like, well, I got to pick one, right? That I feel like the Lions are going to stay put. I do. I think they're going to stay put with 32 and 34. All right, Matthew says, I'll take Kayvon. All right, so the consensus is that's good to go. With the 32nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Desmond Ridder, quarterback, Cincinnati. Do you like that? So right now we have a quarterback and an edge. We still need a safety. We still need a wide receiver. We need a linebacker. I am going to say no. Unless he's the best player available. Brad Holmes wanted to move up a couple times last year. Yep, I heard that, Nick, that he wanted to get Jamar Chase, which is weird because Jamar Chase goes where we thought Penei Sewell might go and find out that he wanted to move up. All right, Neil for number 2. So Matthew says nope. Nick says thumbs down. I agree. I can live without that one. I wouldn't be heated, but I don't know. I'm not sold on the safety room. Aaron says I won't complain about it. Okay. With the 34th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Kyler Gordon, cornerback, Washington. I don't like that at all. I'd rather take David Ojabo. Well, not that high. Not that high, but I'd rather have a linebacker. We don't have a linebacker. We need a linebacker. And do we trust our safeties? So what do y'all think? Kyler Gordon, cornerback out of Washington. Aaron says to the no. Matthew says I'm okay with it. What they got us taking a lot of cornerbacks, man. All of a sudden, cornerback, we taking him. Night Owl says I would take that. It's better than a tight end or some other Lioness move. Yeah, we should be good on tight ends. We should be good on tight ends. At least to like the later rounds. I can see us snagging one in undrafted free agency. But we also have Wright. Right? We got Wright, dude. He balled out last year. He was all right. Okay. And the 3 rounds, because after this one, we don't have another pick. Here we go. With the 66th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select John Mechie III, wide receiver, Alabama. What y'all think about that? Matthew says we're probably going to be in a 4-5 a lot. We don't need a lot of backers. Well, that means we're going to have 5 defensive backs on the field? Yeesh. Now, John Mechie is coming off, I believe it's an ACL tear, and he is expected to make a full recovery. Matthew says, nope. Night Owl says, love it. Okay. So let me ask y'all a question. Would you take David Ojabo at 66? 4 backs and whatever you call Will Harris. Well, he's a, what is he? Whatever Dan Campbell called him, a hybrid. Would you take David Ojabo at 66? Let me know. Matthew says I would. Night Owl says to the yes. But you would not take John Mechie at 66. Why is that? So while you guys are answering that question, the recap: Kayvon Thibodeau at number 2, Desmond Ridder at number 32, Kyler Gordon out of Washington, cornerback at 34, and John Mechie III at 66. A Cafty. That's what. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. That's what it was. So, out of that, bro, I don't know if I like that. I really don't, man. I really don't. Not a fan of injured players. Too risky for me. Carry on flashbacks. That's very true. Very true. Man, I don't know, y'all, but it is going to be quite the day next Thursday. We will be live for the NFL draft. It will be on this channel. Wow. And just so you know, the Detroit Lions do not have a 7th round pick. We will be picking. We will be picking our last pick is a compensatory pick at 218. So let me know if you guys expect anything to change, any surprises. I would say be ready for a trade out of 2. I really don't see us trading up, and I really don't really see us trading back from 32 or 34. We need all the help we can get. So you got to ask yourself, are you ready for a trade up from 32 and 34, which would then, it depends. If we traded up, would we get an additional pick? So I'll leave you with this. If the Detroit Lions gave up 32 and 34, which means they're giving up a player with a 5th-year option and giving it to somebody else, and they came up, where would you want them to come up to? Where would you want them to come up to? And just so you know, we'll just talk about the last 15 picks. 16 is the Saints, 17 is the Chargers, 18 is the Philadelphia Eagles, who also have 15. The Saints have 19. The Pittsburgh Steelers have 20. The New England Patriots have 21. The Green Bay Packers have 22, courtesy of the Devontae Adams trade. The Arizona Cardinals have 23. The Dallas Cowboys have 24. The Buffalo Bills, 25. The Tennessee Titans, 26. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 27. The Green Bay Packers, 28. And then the Kansas City Chiefs have 29, 30. The Bengals have 31. And then obviously we have 32. So which one of those between pick 16 and 31 would you want? Matthew says, I think we trade back at 32 and pick up a 4th and a little extra. What's up, Joe Lewis? Drake London. That's what nobody's talking about, Aaron. Nobody is really talking about a receiver. We've been so busy on edge and all that stuff. We need a receiver. And I think that we take, this is my final prediction. Trade back first option. If that doesn't happen, I think final prediction. Lions want to trade back. The Jacksonville Jaguars take the offensive tackle. We take Aiden Hutchinson if we don't get a substantial trade back haul. If we do, I think we take Jermaine Johnson and something else. Who we trade with, I don't know. Maybe one of the teams with 2 picks in the first round. I think we stay put at 32. I do not think we take a quarterback at 32, but I think we take one later. I think we take a linebacker or linebacker, safety, wide receiver at 32 and or 34. And that's what I think. So, with that being said, next Thursday, this channel, 7:30, on with the panel. Let's have fun, y'all. This is my first time hosting day 1 since I've been on this platform. And I hope we have way more than 40 people. So, I will be on with the panel. First time hosting day 1, so come show some love. Day 2 will be on MicroMike's channel. Day 3 will be hosted by Mark Oram. We don't have a 4th round pick, so we're going to be sitting there to pick 177 on day 3. And I am excited. And we can put all this to bed and we can move on with who our Detroit Lions will have on the team. We can officially go to the 2022 NFL season. Appreciate you guys. Be safe this weekend. And, yeah, I guess I will see you in the next video.